I thought it was amazing, and I was in the Air Force and I worked at nuclear launch facilities with missiles, and I also bomber base in Guam. So I'm familiar with the fleet. I'm familiar with the program to an extent, and I know it is old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, we still have 450 Minuteman III ICBMs, and we've got 14 ballistic missile submarines, and that is that leg of the triad, and then you've got the bomber force. So that stuff has not been really modernized for some period of time, and the whole thing has been, well, let's de-escalate this. Let's build down, if you will. And the New START agreement calls for us to be below 1,550 warheads each with the Soviet Union or the Russians and the United States by 2018. So, as we build down that thing, you then take a look at what old Vladimir Putin's doing, and he's fielding two new types of missiles, some new submarines. So he's building up at the same time we're holding pat on the deal to build down. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah,
and our bombers, they're B-52s. I mean, granted, they've been modified, but folks need to know they started off as propeller-driven planes almost 60, 70 years ago. I also got some breaking news I want to ask you about. Donald Trump cracking down again on those costly defense contracts. We know he's been at it. Just before the show, he put out a tweet. Based on the tremendous costs and cost overruns of the Lockheed Martin F-35, I have asked Boeing to price out a comparable F-18 Super Hornet. Trump chiming in moments after Lockheed had just won a $151 million Navy contract and a $1.4 billion Army contract. So guess what? You can see on the screen, this stock is getting smoked right now. Captain Nash, you know the F-18 very well. You flew them. Could it be comparable to the F-35?
Yes and no, and that is there's a Russian admiral who said that quantity has a quality all its own. We are paying a massive premium for stealth, and stealth is an engineering technique that minimizes radar cross-section in certain bands. It doesn't make you invisible. You are perfectly visible in certain bands of radar and very hard to detect in others. And what we focus on making it hard to detect are in fire control bands. That's the radar that you need to actually put a missile in the air against the aircraft. But some of the older radars, the Chinese have figured this out. I'm not talking secrets here. Everybody knows this. It's physics. So we're paying this real high premium for these aircraft, which means that as they are 7.5 years late, hundreds of billions of dollars over budget, and now we just found out this past week that we need another $540 million and another 7-month slip just to get it out of the SDD phase, which is system design and development phase. So they're not even through flight test yet, and the cost is going up, and there are over 200 things that they know are wrong with those airplanes that need to be fixed. Some of them are absolutely critical and are showstoppers.